Hi, my name is Jackie Clowns. I'm doing this on YouTube because I'm hoping it will get my story out there and tell my side of the story so people know what has happened to me so it doesn't happen to anybody else. This is a story about public corruption. It's in a little town called Defiance, Ohio. Yeah, had a few famous things happen. The lady who wrote a story, and we've got an IndyCar driver here. But he's a good guy. It has nothing to do with this. So, the reason I'm sorry, I haven't ever done this before, so please bear with me. On April 23rd of '06, it was a Sunday night. My kids had just come home from their dad's around 7 or 8 o'clock. A couple of them, JJ and Nick, ran to their friends for a little bit to say hi to them, just to talk for a little bit. They came back. Nick took a shower and went to his room. JJ had homework that he needed to do. It was over Greek gods, Greek and Roman gods and mythology. And I'll put it this way, it was a very hard piece of homework. My oldest son, Zachary, came out to help, and I had a mythology book, and he did. And it took us a couple of hours to finish the homework. But we got it done. JJ got a shower, went to bed, then Zach did. Danny was in bed. Everybody was in bed by 11:30 or so. Well, I was still doing laundry for school, getting the kids' laundry done. I didn't really, it was a normal night. I went to bed after it was done. I put the sleep timer on the TV so it would tick off in my room. Went to sleep. I had had bronchitis and I hadn't slept good the night before, so I was pretty tired. Sometime around 4 to 5 o'clock in the morning, my son, or my dog Jackson, he's a little chihuahua who sleeps with me, he woke me up. He woke me up like he normally does when he's got to go outside, but he was a little more frantic than that. I didn't think anything of it. I told him it was almost time for the kids to get up. Finally, he got me up. When I went down the hallway into the living room, we had a hallway door, and I opened it, and the house was on fire. The terror I felt is indescribable. I got my kids, I got them out, they crawled out their bedroom windows. Then I went through, got my oldest son, Zachary, he got out through his, and then I went and got the other chihuahua in the maternal kitchen, and I had to get my set of keys, spare keys, because my purse that had my keys was where the fire was. So I hurried up and got that, and we got them out, and it was horrifying, waiting on the fire department to come. I was just beside myself with worry. Even though we'd gotten out, it was terror. That's all it was. Well, everyone was out safe. I went to the hospital. I was nothing serious, just a little smoke inhalation. But I had to, stay in there for a few days until make sure I was okay, because I guess plastic lets off a toxic smoke when it's burning. It's like a poison, and so I inhaled some, so I had to stay there, but I was fine. I got to come home. Well, not home, had to go to a hotel because that's where we were living. We stayed in Defiance because that's where the kids go to school. School was still in session, and I wanted to keep things as normal form as I possibly could after that. Well, in July of '06, I was getting ready to go down to my nephew's baptism, and we were running behind. I was speeding a little bit, and the state patrol pulled us over. Well, when he did, he said there was a warrant for my arrest. I was like, for what? He said for failure to pay or appear for failure to confine dog. My German Shepherds had gotten loose before the house fire. Nobody got hurt, they just got loose and ran around, and I got them and we put them back in the thing, but they fined me for it. So I was supposed to make monthly payments on it. I was staying at the hotel. It was taking everything I had to keep the kids in food and replace clothes, and staying at the hotel was expensive. And I didn't have money that I could pay on it. So they arrested me and took me out to CCNO. They refused to give me my medicine while I was out there. I was there overnight, so I missed my night dose of my heart medicine, blood pressure medicine, and sugar medicine. Well, the next morning, they got me up bright and early, was going to take me to court. They didn't give me my medicine then. In fact, when I talked to the nurse who tested my sugar to see if it was high or low, I said, well, can I get my sugar medicine? She said, you just shut up. If you don't shut the fuck up, I'm going to call the guard in here, and you're going to be in solitary. Alright, I'm not going to say a word. I just did what she told me to do. Well, then they took us out into this room where they put leg shackles on. They also chained my arms down to my waist with some kind of belt, like I was an axe murderer of some sort. The pants that they had given me to wear were like 6 inches longer than my legs were. They hung down. They went clear past my feet with material to spare. I had shoes that they give those flip-flop thingies that were 2 sizes too small, but that was the only size they said they had. And I had to wear socks under them, so that made them even smaller, and it was hard to keep them on my feet. And then they locked me in leg shackles. They put us on a bus, took us to the court. We get in there, we're in the holding cells in the court. They take the chains off of your wrists and around your stomach, but they leave the shackles on your legs. They marched me up 2 flights of stairs. Got in the courtroom. When I got before the judge, I told him everything that had gone on, that I needed help. He told me, well, that's too bad. You didn't pay on your fines. I'm fining you with contempt of court and giving you 30 days in jail. And I said, but what about my kids? He says, if you say one word about your kids and use them as an excuse to not go to jail, I'll have children's services take them away from you. He was a real jerk. There's other words I could call him, but that's the polite one. I was upset, very upset after the hearing. I hadn't had my heart medicine, blood pressure medicine, sugar medicine, nothing to help keep my heart under control when I was very, very stressed. They had us leave the courtroom. They marched us down the flights of steps again, but there's a landing between the first and the second step. It's a flight of steps. I came around the landing to go down the second steps, and I stepped on the chain and I pitched head first down the stairs. I was laying down on the floor at the bottom of the stairs. The sheriff's deputy there, William Motes, was harassing me. Get up, come on, get up, there's nothing wrong with you, get the fuck up or you're in trouble. And he actually was grabbing my arm and trying to pull me off the floor. Luckily, one of the detectives, the Defiance City Police detectives, heard. He came rushing in, and he was such a kind man. I can't believe he works for Defiance. He said, don't move her, we've got a nurse in the next room. We'll bring her in, get her checked out. Well, Mr. Deputy Mote says, no, she doesn't need it. She's fine. Get the fuck off of that floor. Well, I couldn't. I was seeing stars blacking out. The wind knocked out of me. Well, then the nurse come in. She looked me over and started checking me. When she got to my legs, I couldn't feel them. I couldn't feel anything. She said they had to call the rescue squad. Deputy Motes was throwing a fit, saying, no, I didn't need a rescue squad. Let me lay a few minutes, get my wind back, I'd be fine. It didn't work like that. I couldn't move, I couldn't get up, I couldn't do anything, I just lay there. The detective for the city police called the rescue squad. They came and got me, loaded me up, and took me to Defiance Regional Medical Center. I was in the emergency room.